Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we look at the derivation for expectation of a hypergeometric random variable. By this time, I expect you all to be aware of hypergeometric random variable. If not, please watch the lectures of Professor Usha Mohan. Suppose we need to choose, let us consider this hypergeometric random variable condition. We need to choose n balls without replacement from a box containing n balls. So let us assume this is the box, this contains n balls, and we need to choose smaller number of balls. So let's assume this is a small sample space which in which we need to select n balls. This box contains m red balls and n minus m blue balls. So let x denote the number of red balls selected. So this x could take the values of 0, 1, 2 and so on n. Since the maximum sample space size is n, it could contain a maximum of n red balls. These are all the possible values this x could take. What is the probability for that in this sample space of n we will be having I number of red balls? This would be the probability. We need to be choosing I red balls from this m red balls, that we could be doing it in mci ways, into we need to be choosing the remaining n minus I balls from the blue balls which are n minus m. So the probability for that it would be n minus 1 n minus m choose n minus I divided by, we know the total probability or the total number of ways here is n choose n. We know that the sum of the probabilities sigma of I equals to 0 to n, this p of x equals to I, it should be equals to 1, since this is the condition for PMF, probability mass function, and this implies sigma of MCI I equals to 0 to n minus m choose n minus I divided by NCN is equals to 1. This implies sigma of I equals to 0 to n MCI into n minus m choose n minus I is equals to NCN. This is one condition which you will be using it later. So for us to find the expectation of x, we know expectation of x is equals to sigma of I equals to 0 to n p of x equals to I into I. We know that p of x equals to I is this value. I'll just be writing it down. P of x equals to I is MCI into n minus m choose n minus I divided by NCN into I. So this would be equals to MCI, I can write it as m factorial divided by I factorial into m minus I factorial into n minus m c n minus I divided by NCN into I. This would be equals to this I factorial, I can write it as I minus 1 factorial into I. So on this m factorial, I could write it as m minus 1 factorial into m, and I factorial as I minus 1 factorial into I. Also I could write this m minus I factorial as m minus 1 minus of I minus 1 factorial. So this would be, this I could write it as m minus 1 factorial into m divided by I minus 1 factorial into I, this m minus 1 minus of I minus 1 factorial into n minus m choose n minus I divided by n choose n into whole multiplied by I. This I and I gets cancelled out, and this we could be thinking it of as this m minus 1 factorial divided by I minus 1 factorial into m minus 1 minus of I minus 1 factorial. I could write it as m minus 1 choose I minus 1. So this would be equals to m minus 1 choose I minus 1 into m. This m I will be taking to the left hand, to the leftmost, m into m minus 1 choose I minus 1 into this n minus m choose n minus I could write it as n minus 1 minus of m minus 1 choose n minus I could write it as n minus 1 minus of I minus 1 divided by n choose n. We stored sigma here. Sigma of I equals to 0 to n. Sigma of I equals to 0 to n. Sigma of I equals to 0 to n. So this would be equals to, as we have seen here, sigma of m choose I into n minus 1 choose n minus I is equals to ncn. Similarly, if I write it in this way, sigma of I equals 0 to n, m minus 1 choose I minus 1 into n minus 1 minus of m minus 1 choose n minus 1 minus of I minus I divided by ncn. This whole value would be equals to n minus 1 choose n minus 1, small n minus 1. So this would be m into n minus 1 choose small n minus 1 divided by ncn. This is because in place of m we have m minus 1, and in place of capital N we have capital N minus 1, and in place of small n we had small n minus 1, and in place of I we had I minus 1. That is why this is the sigma of this is equals to, the sum of this will be equals to n minus 1 choose small n minus 1. So this n minus 1 choose small n minus 1 divided by capital N choose small n, I could write it as is equals to m into n minus 1 factorial divided by this n minus 1 choose small n minus 1, I am writing as like this, divided by small n minus 1 factorial into n minus 1 minus of small n minus 1 factorial divided by this ncn is n factorial divided by small n factorial into capital N minus small n factorial. Here minus 1 and minus 1 gets cancelled out. This is nothing but n minus n factorial. Here also it is, we have n minus n factorial. This 2 gets cancelled out, and this would be equals to m into n minus 1 factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial whole divided by this capital N factorial. I could write it as n minus 1 factorial into capital N divided by the small n factorial, also I could write as small n minus 1 factorial into small n. So this n minus 1 factorial and n minus 1 factorial gets cancelled out. Here also n minus 1 factorial and n minus 1 factorial gets cancelled out. So this would be equals to small n divided by capital N divided by n. This would be equals to mn by n. So the expectation of x, the expected number of red balls would be equals to mn by n. Here m is the total number of red balls which are in the box, and n is the sample size which we are choosing, and this n is the total number of balls which are existing in the box. This n is the combination of red balls and the remaining blue balls. So the expected number of red balls in the sample size n would be mn by n. This is the derivation for expectation of a hypergeometric random variable. Thank you.